Hey, this is Blaine with Stocks Beer Trading, and I'm looking at stocks on watch here for October the 24th. First one up, well, I guess I want to look at the overall market here first. This is the Dow Jones, the Dow 30. Key level that was formerly support broke down on Tuesday. This is a bearish signal in my opinion. So day trading to the long side might be difficult in the short term. Um, it obviously proved that way on Tuesday. Very few stocks were headed to the upside, so just kind of got to watch your size if you're playing to the long side. I think that if this can continue lower, basically get follow through or even gap down and then follow through 13,000 there, it might go lower. Like playing something like TVIX might be up your alley. This is an inverse uh, VIX ETF. Um, so if I zoom in here to the 60-minute chart, there you can see the uptrend while the market's headed to the downside. So watch for follow through. It needs to break through 160. It might gap over that if the market gaps down, but I think this could be in play as long as the market continues lower. TVIX should be in play, or even VXX. It's higher priced, but same idea there. It's going up in the same pattern that TVIX is. So just watch those two if the market continues lower. If the market does turn around and get a good bounce, then we should be able to get some pretty good hits off the high day scan and get some good long plays off of that. But that said, I got a couple of stocks here that I'm still watching just in case, like RFMD. It actually is going to gap up tomorrow or this morning, depending on when you're watching this video. 440 was the last price after hours. Looks like if I pull the chart here for the 1 year, you can see this huge resistance level now at 440. It was formerly support back in January and March when it tested it, and then it broke down and then fell off all the way towards 360. Now if this gaps up all the way towards 440, then look for that break to push it even higher to get a run out of it. If it doesn't break, then watch that dip, maybe even work on filling the gap to the downside and then push it back higher. So a couple plays to keep in mind there. Our FMD, we'll just take it what it gives us and just discuss it in chat as it sets up for us. PPP broke range over 750 today. Nice close on it. I took a few to swing it right into close there. I think it might get a test this high from a couple weeks back there at about 790. So if it gets to that level, then it should at least get through 8. I'm thinking for a quick trade there, just a push towards 8, and then we'll see what it does from there. VHC, this is a nice daily chart setup here actually if it can bust through $30. It definitely has room towards 32, 34 range if it goes for possibly 10% runner. OSG, big gap down on Monday, all the way from 330 to a $1.50. So I'm watching for pushback through 150, and then to break this high right here, this peak at 164. So those are the two key levels that it needs to get through, and then it has to work on this gap fill. So potential to take this alongside if the opportunity is there. The first test that is to get through that 150 mark. RSH, I mentioned just a few weeks back that it needed to get through 240 for a potential run. Well, it kind of broke and then fell back and then broke and then again fell back and then broke and then, well, I guess it had pretty. I guess the earnings weren't as good as what people wanted, so it gapped down, but still got buyers. Maybe just a short squeeze there is short, all the shorts covered. Nonetheless, it could actually potentially set up to go higher. This is especially if it holds 240 like it did. I mean, that 240 actually acted as pretty good support there throughout the middle of the day on Tuesday. So watch through probably about 260 and then 270 will be the two key areas to watch there. If it gaps up, then probably won't try to chase it or anything crazy. But if it opens weak and then pushes green, it might be might be okay to take it long there. And of course, MNST, mentioned this yesterday as well, but huge pullback and finally starting to make a little base here around 40, 41. So watch for some, well, I like this volume there end of the day, nice little volume bar there towards the end of the day after this little volume bars, and then bam, kind of nice little pop there. So I think this might be finally due for a reversal and at least head back up a little bit, depending on what the overall market does. Like I said, the general feel in the market right now is pretty ugly. So just stick to your stops and be patient, wait for the right setups, and I think you guys will be all right. But anyway, that's your watch list for October 24th. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the chat room.